When you feel weak, dizzy, and your head spins, the doctor often ties a band around your arm, pumps air into it, and tries to measure something. So, what is he measuring? Well, we'll see. Pressure is the force exerted by a substance on the container, on the walls of the container in which it is kept. So it is force per unit area. Now, blood also exerts a force on the walls of the blood vessels. So it is exerting a pressure, and this pressure is known as the blood pressure. So where is this blood pressure originating from? See, the left ventricle contracts so that it can create a force on blood and pump it to the aorta so that it can be transported to different parts of the body. The blood then moves into the blood vessels, and due to the force exerted by the left ventricle, the blood also creates a force on the walls of the blood vessels, which creates blood pressure. Now, between these two bottles, can you tell me which bottle is exerting more pressure on the hand? Well, yes, this bottle, since it contains more amount of water than this bottle, is exerting a greater amount of pressure on the hand. In an anemic patient, the blood pressure reduces. Why does this happen? This is because a person suffering from anemia has less amount of blood in his or her body. Now, this means lesser amount of blood is getting pumped with every heartbeat. Now, try and recollect when the bottle having lesser amount of water was placed on the hand, it was exerting lesser pressure. So similarly, lesser blood would exert lesser amount of pressure on the walls of the blood vessels, and so the blood pressure would decrease. Now, there are two values when the pressure is being measured. Like for this anemic patient, the pressure was 90 and 60, whereas the normal values are 120 and 80. What are these two values? Let us find out. When the left ventricle contracts, it forces the blood out of the aorta. And the aorta transports this oxygenated blood to the body. This pressure that is formed inside the left ventricle when it is contracting is known as the systolic pressure. And when the ventricle goes into a diastole after the systole, the pressure inside decreases, and this is known as the diastolic pressure when the muscles of the left ventricle relaxes. So systolic pressure is when the left ventricle is contracting, forcing the blood into the aorta. So this blood is exerting a lot of pressure on the walls of the aorta, and the pressure is 120 millimeters mercury. Now, diastolic pressure is when the pressure inside the left ventricle decreases. That is, the ventricle relaxes. So, the pressure inside the blood vessels, that is, the force exerted by the blood on the walls of the blood vessels also decrease, and the pressure reduces to 80 millimeters mercury from 120 millimeters mercury. So this is the diastolic pressure. So a person who has a low blood pressure often has blurry vision and feels very weak. This is because there is less amount of blood present in his body. And since there is less amount of blood, the force which the blood is exerting on the blood vessels is also less, and hence he has the low blood pressure. Now, pressure above the normal optimum systolic and diastolic pressure is also very harmful. If a person has high blood pressure, it means that blood is exerting a lot of pressure on the walls of the vessels, and that might rupture the vessels, causing internal hemorrhage. One such event is known as stroke, when the blood pressure becomes very high and the vessels in the brain is not able to withstand this high pressure. So it ruptures and there is internal hemorrhage inside the brain. This condition is very fatal to a person. So, pressure above or below the optimum systolic and diastolic pressure, which is 120 by 80, is harmful for a person.